Asian American women, 75% of them actually own an investment account. However, of that 75%, only 27% believe that it is very important to own one. So even though Asian American women may believe that owning an investment account was important, many of them actually don't know how to manage it or understand the impact of its value. And so the investment industry fails to reach women, especially women of color. Many believe that in order to engage with the investment industry, you have to be white, you have to be male, and you have to have hella money. And so another issue that I found was that many of these Asian American women are actually relying on their male partners or male family members to manage their long-term finances. And finally, we live in a culture of individualism where we have been conditioned to believe that money is a private matter. And so if we don't know how to manage it, then we are to blame, which leads to shame and isolation. And so we don't ask for help. Introducing Sojourn Together, which is a communal financial education platform for Gen Z and millennial Asian American women, where we help build their social capital while helping improve their financial performance. And we do that by contextualizing financial education, as well as providing practical action steps, and finally being able to strategize giving and investing possibilities through the trusted lending circle. And so our sources of revenue will come through one-on-one financial coaching, community workshops, because I do not believe in gatekeeping financial literacy, and finally our financial education course, and that's paired with the Trusted Lending Circle, TLC. So what is TLC? It is not a new concept. It is practiced globally all around the world, and it is a space for people to come together and access financial capital where with people that they trust. And so how it works is that people would come together, they would pool their funds, and every person will have access to that financial capital in their close circle of friends. And so, excuse me, I'm like losing my train of thought. Whew, all right. Yeah, thank you. Okay, I got my train of thought. Okay, so I want to emphasize that it's not about the financial access, the financial capital that makes TLC so radically countercultural. It's the social capital piece where they're building connection and community to be able to reach their financial goals. And so this is how we're different. Uh-oh, I don't know, how do you go back? Okay. So I've identified 3 women-centered financial education investment platforms, and each of these platforms focuses on individualized personal learning experiences when it comes to financial education. Sojourn Together actually provides a communal learning experience to build those social connections, as well as providing culturally relevant and a space for us to communally apply our learnings together. So that's where the magic happens, y'all, is the social connection that I am trying to radically shift our culture to, where we are not alone in the process. And I am the only one that is offering this kind of education that is culturally relevant to our communities, because there's nothing out there like that. And ultimately applying it through the Trusted Lending Circle, where we're doing things together. This is my financial outlook, where the second largest expense does go to hiring an attorney to help me run my financial education business, as well as a videographer and a graphic designer, and my marketing, as well as building up a web app platform for the social payments that will happen in the Trusted Lending Circle. And so I've already been utilizing social media and email marketing campaigns as a way for me to inform the public, as well as my early adopters, about what services and workshops that I'm offering. I'm also reaching out to different community organizations, that is ethnic-specific churches, to ethnic-specific campus groups, and who else? Just the community, y'all. So yeah, those are that. And so what I've accomplished is that I've secured a grant, I've trademarked my logo, I purchased a website, I designed a financial behavior survey of 136 Asian American women's response, because there's no data out there for Asian American women's financial behavior. And then I led a credit score workshop and established a monthly focus group call with Asian American women. My goal is to recruit 12 women to participate in my pilot program in the fall, as well as acquire 20 one-on-one financial coaching, and offer 2 more workshops during the summertime, as well as develop a website prototype for my social payment. I'm hoping to also raise the first $200,000 to get that social payment platform going. This is my small and mighty team. Camille is my financial advisor, who is more than happy to answer any financial questions that I cannot answer because I'm not certified. So she is someone who's going to support me throughout this whole journey, as well as a couple of other Asian American women who are subject matter experts and a certified financial planner. So I invite you all to sojourn with me by taking one or all of these action steps. You can do that by signing up through the QR link right here. If you know an Asian American sister, come and help me out and hook me up. And also, I'm seeking mission-aligned investors, a web developer, and an attorney. So thank you. Join us as we, join us as we steward our financial resilience by moving together to bring a more abundant future for all. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh! I've been shaking! Oh my gosh!
I got it.
I know. You're right, girl, you're right.
Thank you.
Be easy on me.
Oh no, thank you. Great job. Congratulations. And one, talk a little bit about your revenue streams. Does that come in client fees, or how? Talk a little bit about that.
Yes. So this is my revenue model. The financial coaching comes with where I'm charging myself $40 an hour. I'm hoping to increase that as I gain more expertise and perhaps even pursue a financial advisor certification. The community workshops, again, I don't want to gatekeep, and so I made a sliding scale of $5 to $45 per person. I don't actually believe in trying to offer things for free quite yet, even though I did my financial literacy workshop last couple of weeks ago for free as a test to see how folks are doing with my content. But I feel like, especially if I'm trying to reach impacted communities, I want them to own that this is something that they want to pursue, and that's why it goes from as little as $5 to $45. And then the financial education course is the most expensive because most of the women who took my survey were highly educated. And so I didn't mention this, but the 6-week course curriculum actually starts with a 2-day retreat, because my business model is highly based off of trust. And for us to actually start talking about money, we need to start building trust with each other. And so this 2-day retreat is what's gonna kick us off into a 5-week course for us to get deeper in our money scripts and all of that. So, yeah.
Hi.
Hi.
What a cool example that was for the meaning of community support when you lost your train of thought and the entire audience jumps in to support,
yeah.
and you're back on it, right?
Yes.
Like, cool example. There was 2 things I saw on your slides that weren't addressed in your fast pitch, and I'm just curious to know where your thoughts are, where they fall into play here. One was trauma-informed, and the other was racial justice facilitator.
Yes.
Can you talk about those, please?
Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, we can get into deep talks about this, but I mean, money is a very vulnerable and emotional topic, and there's tons of financial education resources out there that are not trauma-informed or have the framework of a racial justice lens. And as someone who has grown up in both privilege and disenfranchisement, when I take these courses, they don't consider some of the experience of having a immigrant mentality or scarcity mentality. And so those are some of the topics that we'll be addressing through my financial education course. I want to, we just had Black History Month in February, but I want to say that a lot of my knowledge has come from Black women who have really helped me understand how to integrate the different intersectionalities of our identities in everything that we plan. And so that's something that I'm super passionate about, that I bring and embody into our workshop spaces. So I'm gonna stop because I'm like about to tear up. So
This is Quezon. I'm staring at it. The Trusted Lending Circle. Of course, that whole idea is a really powerful idea, having that kind of a circle. But you also mentioned that 60% of the women you interviewed were well educated and would be able to really master this kind of stuff early on. Can you clarify a little bit about what you're going to be doing with the 40% who aren't?
you know what, even though the 75% own an investment account, I had mentioned that many of them actually don't know how to manage an investment account. They just were taught that that's something that they should have. And so they rely on their male partners just to kind of do the rest. But I want to empower Asian American women to actually take their finances to the next level, where they're not feeling codependent on a male partner. Because what will happen if something happens to them? Will they know how to do it, or are they just going to pay someone else to do it for them? They could, or they could feel empowered and really change like how they view money for themselves and not just rely on, I don't know, just growing up in a patriarchal society. So I don't know if I answered your
Thank you.
question. Yeah.
All right, I think that's it. Great job.
Thank you.